right, so this is going to be a bit of a long one today, but I'm going to show you how I'm going to take apart this planner and this notebook from Moxie Life and turn them into a disc-bound planner that I want to use for budgeting. So this is a cover from Live Love Posh, and these are Happy Planner metal discs. And right now, all it has in it is some filler paper, dot grid filler paper from Live Love Posh. So I think that I'm going to use this cover with these discs, but just in case, I also have a set of black discs and a large set of silver, but I don't know if I'm going to need these big ones. I have some gold ones too that don't match the hardware, but I'm really just not the biggest fan of gold. So we'll just see what I'm in the mood for when I get that far. All right. So what tools do we need to start this project? I have a pair of wire cutters here that I'm going to be using. I've done this before, so I know that it works pretty well with the Moxie Life. I also have a paper cutter here, and then this super old beat up disc punch from Tool. It's got dried acrylic all over it, and who knows what else. So let's get started. The first thing I'm going to want to do is disassemble this. This is from, oh gosh, I don't know, maybe 2023 launch. It's the cloud cover. It has this is the undated monthly companion. So it has the monthly calendar, your monthly goals, and then your weekly actions. And this is where it's different from a regular planner. You don't have the weeks, you just have weekly actions and reflections page. And I think you get 5 of these per month. So I'd purchased this because I was in a different planner at the time and I wanted to keep using the Moxie Life goal planning system. But then I ended up using a Moxie Life goal planner. So I'm not going to keep the reflections pages for this. I may keep them for some other use, but I don't need them for my budget planner. I'm going to take the months out of here. They are attached to monthly goal pages. And then I'm going to keep these like lined note pages that come at the end. And then I have an additional notebook here, which I have used some, but what I'm going to do is take extra pages out of here for filler for my budget planner. So that's the plan. I really, really do love this cover, and I did consider rebinding it on the larger coil, but this is a very tough coil, and it's so hard to bend these guys. So I don't think that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to go with the discs. All right. So let's get started. The first thing I'm going to do is snip this so I can get it taken apart. So, and this is, like I said, a very tough coil to snip. It is a little bit stronger, I think, than the Erin Condren coils. Flying. I'll get that. And from here, I'm just going to roll. I need to just pick a direction. I'm going to go this direction. It's a little bit difficult because these covers are pretty thick, so it's a little bit hard, but that's okay. Once we get it going, it should get a little bit easier. There we go. So we just roll and roll and roll and roll. All right, that was a lot of work. So I'm going to set this to the side, and I'm going to take my teal cover. I cannot remember the name of this color, but it's very pretty. I'm gonna nip this one as close as I can, just in case I do want to reuse this one. So I'm gonna nip it about right here. You want to turn your face away when doing this because they do like to fly. And then this one as well. Okay. And same thing. I'm just kind of judging here if I think I can rebend this. Very, very tough. I think I'm going to stick with my original plan. And I'm finding that with these covers particularly, it's much easier to stand them up, and you just have to get this first piece on the side. It's kind of, find the camera. There we go. It's kind of getting stuck on the cover. So once you get past that, a couple of holes, it gets a lot easier. This cover is beautiful, and I'm definitely going to save it in my little bin of old covers that I keep sometimes to reuse in other situations. I could attempt to disc punch it. It might ruin it. Probably will ruin it, but I might try it anyway. Oh, there we go. All right, I'm gonna just take a moment to clean up my mess and find these loose metal pieces before my pups find them, and I'll be right back. Okay, I'm going to start with the companion planner here. So I'm going to take the cover off and decide what pages I want. So I'm building a monthly calendar, monthly planner that I mostly want to use for, or that I want to use for budgeting. Now I did sort of start using this one time. So I wrote some things in the first month. I'm going to just discard these pages. I don't want any of the goal setting, and I don't want the pages that I've written on. So here, from here on out, should be pretty, well, I wrote on that one too, but that's okay. I don't want that page. So what do I want to keep from each month? There's a notes, a lined note page at the back. Two of them, 2 lined note pages, and then the calendar itself is what I want to keep. And then I'm gonna put everything else to the side. On the 3rd, 6th, 9th, and 12th month, it looks like we have this quarterly compass. So I only get 1 line notes page for those months. So that's good to know. I'm going to actually separate out the lined note pages into their own pile so that I can remember where I need to fill in extra pages. So we have, okay, I just toppled the pile of discard pages on top of my dog who is sleeping under my feet. So just had to get that cleaned up and reassure him that this guy has not actually fallen. Okay, and then now we're at the extras. I do like the future plans pages that are here because you will need this for a budget planner to plan for things that we know are going to happen next year. And we have a good number of these lined pages at the back. So I have the pocket. and I still have the month, what do you call these? The tab labels. So I think I'm going to keep the pocket. That's probably a pretty useful thing to have in a budget planner. I do have stickers. We'll keep these, but maybe not in the planner. I may cut the edge off and put it in the pocket, and then we have the back cover here. See, I think if I trimmed this down and tried to punch it, the cardboard, if you can kind of see the cardboard inside, it's just going to get ragged and it would ruin the cover. I'm going to place that to the side. So now I have my 2 piles of monthlies, and then I have a pile of lined pages here to work with. And then so now I have this lined notebook. Let me find, I have lots of little doodles in here. This is kind of a scrapbooky, scratch paper type situation. Now I'm not going to use all of these pages for sure, and I don't quite know how many I'm going to want. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to take a small stack and put them over here and put the rest to the side, and then we'll figure it out when we start assembling the planner. So here we have our 3 stacks. So the next thing I'm going to do is start trimming the coiled edge off. I know some people will just punch through this. I've tried that. I don't like it. The pages are too wiggly. Another thing I've tried is putting washi down the coil and punching into that, which was nice because I didn't lose any real estate here at all. But I just did not prefer doing it that way. It's very tedious, and it was very distracting to me. I'm trying to find off to the side. I have where I did this previously a couple of pages I can show. So this is kind of what it looked like when I did this before. You can see that it very, very slightly punched into the lines on the calendar, but not much to bother me at all. And if you're curious, it didn't punch into the goals pages at all. And this was on a vertical. On the vertical, same thing. This did not bother me. On a horizontal, I just checked. I have a horizontal, and I checked, and it would not be much of a problem at all if you were punching into a horizontal, because you have all this white space. You're not going to punch into anything. So you can do this pretty safely on a horizontal without losing too much of your space. So I'm not too concerned about that. What I do have is a page that I had from that planner that I'm going to use just to help me make sure I have the sizing right before I start trimming all these. So I have my paper trimmer here. This arm that sort of flips out, and this one has a wire kind of guide to help you see. But if you're short like me, it's actually not all that helpful. It's still kind of hard to see what the deal is. So I'm just gonna take a look at this real quick and see. It doesn't have to be exactly like my last planner, right? But I want it to be pretty close. And look, I've already marked. I don't know if you can see this or not, but I previously marked exactly where I needed to trim. So I've already done this pre-work here. And it looks like I had a sticker on it, and it's kind of smearing everywhere. All right. So let me see. Let me make sure that you are in frame. Make sure I'm in frame. And I'm going to start with the notes pages because I feel those are least, oops, I had a couple of extra written ones in there. These are lower stakes. If I mess them up, I've got plenty. So what I'm going to do is I can't remember how many of this type of paper I can really cut through at a time. So just to be on the safe side, I'm only going to do 3 pages for this one and see how that feels. So I'm going to line this up with my line here as close as I can, because it will bother me if they're too uneven in the end. And I'm going to flip my cutter down and just cut, keeping firm pressure on it so the paper doesn't slide around. And there we are. Okay, so I'm going to speed you up, and I'm just going to keep doing this through all of my pages. Okay, I just realized I haven't been recording for I don't know how long. I got a text message earlier and it probably cut off around that time, so not sure where it cut off, but what I'm doing now basically is I am punching my notes pages. This guy is just not the same size as his friends. Okay, that's all right. So looks like he got, I'm just gonna put it to the side. Like it might have moved a little when I was cutting that page. So at one time I used to buy these inserts unpunched from Moxie Life, and then I would just punch them like this and put them in the cover of my choice, which was great because there was no edge to trim off, so you got the full page size and you didn't, you know, it was just a little bit more perfect. But they don't sell those anymore except for a few that they still have left in their inventory on the website, but I think they're the 8 dailies and not really what I'm looking for. But I do wish they would bring back the unpunched inserts. But I know people love the coil so much when they move to the coil that there's probably not a ton of demand for those inserts. So I will just do what I need to do. Great, okay, all punched up. Oh, another fun fact about my ancient hole punch is that I lost the bottom years ago. So it collects all of the little pieces of holes on the table. So that's fun. So I'm going to use this black cover from Live Love Posh with these rose gold Happy Planner metallic foils. I do have some filler paper from Live Love Posh already in here, and I'm not going to take it out right now. We'll see how bulky it gets, but I think it's fine, and because of the size of the discs I'm using, I might need that little extra bulk because I don't have a lot of pages here. So let me think about how I want to do this. So I have a pocket here, or folder. What do we want to do? Let's just take 1 month at a time. I bent this page. Bent it, so I don't think I want it to be my first month. I think we'll start with this one. So I'm just gonna pop these in. If you haven't used discs before, this is how you pop the paper in. And I'm gonna pop in a couple of months at a time. Also, I'm not concerned that I don't have the full year here because I did write in the first month of this planner, but we're already in February, so I don't need January anyway, so I'm not concerned about that. And then here is my future plans section at the end. So let me make sure, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Oh. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 11. Okay, we do have 11 months here. So how many pages do I want in between each month? I'm not sure. I'm not sure until I get ready to actually draw my layouts, but I would imagine I need at least one for the monthly budget itself, like budget categories, and then maybe one page or one side for each paycheck. And we get paid twice a month, so it doesn't have to be each paycheck because we get paid on the same day, my husband and I. So pay period, maybe. Some months might have 3. I think I'm just going to start with 2. And I'm going to keep using these ones with the, which ones came with the planner? I don't remember now. I don't remember. I'm just going to pop them in. The only thing I'm going to try to do is make sure that I have lined with lined. In these months, I've messed them all up out of order because the tabs shouldn't be this way. So do I want to take the time to fix this? I think I will at least fix. I may not keep it. I may not keep it, but I am going to keep the tabs here. That is very dusty. This is a well-loved, well-used cover. I'm just going to pop those in there until I want to add them. And I've got other pages that I had in this planner previously. This was a divider from a Happy Planner. You can see it's got a calendar on the back of it. But I want to use this. I like the coloring of it. And now I'm kind of wishing that I had put the gold discs in. Maybe a project for another day. I'm going to put this here to divide that Live Love Posh paper from the Laurel Denise, just because the size is different, and this just makes it a little bit tolerable. So these are from a Happy Planner. This was a divider, I think, that I cut the tab off of previously. Or maybe it's a dashboard. It's a dashboard. Dashboard, and I like the look of it, and it has gold metallic too. But I'm going to use this one as my front page just because it's pretty, no other reason. And what else have I got in here? These are just some pages that kind of go with it. and some filler paper. And I don't know what I might use this for in my budget journal, but I thought about, my budget planner, but I thought about possibly using it for just journaling about my goals, my financial goals. Because sometimes it's a little bit easier for us to make those hard decisions and save and not spend when we want to spend if we have something we can look back on and say, oh yeah, this is why, this is my goal, this is why I'm going to not go out to dinner, you know, again this week. I'm going to do something at home even when I don't want to. So I think that's what I'm going to do here. I like it. We'll see. And then this is just a divider, also from another Happy Planner. I think this actually came from a budget planner a few years ago. That's what it reminds me of. And I'm just going to use this to divide the journaling pages from the planner itself. And I had here a couple of these magnetic bookmarks. They're from Erin Condren, or page markers really. They're very flimsy. I don't know. I like it, but I don't know how well these are going to hold up to me using it constantly, but we'll see. I know what I was going to do. I want to use this dashboard. I'm actually going to use this dashboard. This is a thicker paper. It's more like a divider paper, and that makes my mind not want to use it, but dream. Let me write these goals that I'm dreaming of here, such as a big vacation that I'm planning, or some, you know, bigger things that we want to do with our home and our life. So I'm going to use it for that. And I don't think I need this page marker at the moment because I'm going to find a snap-in bookmark. Now, I could and might glue a notes page to the back of each of these monthly pages so I don't see the monthly goals. I just don't know that it's going to bother me that much, and what I could possibly do is just when I'm working on that month, maybe I use this page marker to just kind of put them together. Maybe I'll do that. Okay, well, this is my budget planner that I've cobbled together from a Happy Planner, Live, Love, Posh, and Moxie Life. I don't know how much of this I'll be sharing on the channel. Let me know in the comments if budget planning is something you're interested in, though. And this is what we have. So I hope this was helpful for you. Let me know if you have any questions about the cutting or punching process, and also let me know if you are thinking about doing this for yourself. If you like this content, give me a like and subscribe. I'll see you next time. Bye.